Hey guys, what's going on? We're back again with another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the brand new Sonic the Hedgehog movie that is in theaters now. I went and seen it yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and do my movie review over it today. So I'll start off by breaking down some of the characters that were in the movie, including, the actors if I know who the actors are, and then we'll just kind of go into the story a little bit, and I'll give you a rating at the end, and we'll pretty much go ahead and just start off with going over some of the characters. So, number 1, Jim Carrey. This man is incredible in all the work that he does, and he was in full effect in this movie. We see Jim Carrey on another level of being Jim Carrey now.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk.
Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
Now, obviously, it's directed towards a younger audience, and it's more of a family-friendly movie, but either way, you still get to see Jim Carrey at the highest. I think I've seen him in a Jim Carrey movie. Highest level. He does a very good job, but he has a very good portrayal of Dr. Robotnik, obviously. That's what he's called throughout the movie because that's his actual name, but everybody knows him as Dr. Eggman. For those who don't, know too much about Sonic, they just know that, it's Dr. Eggman. But his portrayal of Dr. Robotnik is incredible because not only do we get to see a very detailed villain that has, these aspirations of, becoming super powerful, but we also get to see the great sides of Jim Carrey and how he carries himself, and it's a very, very effective combination of Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, and then putting him side by side with the evilness that is supposed to be Dr. Robotnik. Combine it together, and he did a perfect job. His performance was incredible. So, first off, Jim Carrey, good job.
Oh, give me a big fat break!
He almost made this movie, but even then, you had Sonic the Hedgehog, obviously, because it's his movie. I want to say that it was, and I'm going to put down here if it's wrong, right here is going to be the actual name of the actor, but I believe that the voice actor was Brad Schwartz. I could be wrong on that, but either way, I felt like the voice was pretty good for Sonic. And thank God Sonic looks like this. And he didn't end up looking like this. If he looked like that, it would have been, a pretty big issue. A very big issue. So thank God they got Sonic right. Thank God they fixed it. And then Schwartz's voice acting was very, very good, I thought. It was a pretty convincing Sonic voice. And the character itself, I won't jump into it yet. I'll, jump into that. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and jump into it. So, it kind of links with the story, so I guess I'll talk about the story a little bit too. So in the very beginning of this movie, we get to see Sonic as a young child, young Sonic who has this power that is rare, and he is the only one that has this power of being able to, run very, very fast and, with everything that he can do. Well, he knows because he's told that he's supposed to keep it a secret and not show it out in the open. Well, he does, and so he's given a pack of rings that he has to use to jump to different worlds so that he's never caught and, not tested for his power and stuff, and basically all that. Well, as he jumps from world to world and he finds himself, he notices that he feels very alone. He's dealing with a lot of issues internally about not having any friends because he can't be known. And, it's definitely good character development at the beginning of the movie, getting to see, this side of Sonic, how, he has this incredible power, but despite having the incredible power, he's not allowed to be known, so we get to see his internal feelings and how he is sad and, wants friends but knows that he can't. And we see a lot of internal conflict within Sonic.
There is no conflict.
Now, Tom, who I don't know who is portrayed by, it'll be right here. But yeah, so Tom, who is, played by that actor, that I don't know who it is, I can't remember who it was, but anyways, he is the main police officer of Green Hills. And Sonic likes kind of been spying on both Tom, his girlfriend, and pretty much the entire town within the movie, especially at the beginning, before he gets, we'll get there. But, so, he's going around and he, kind of plays with Tom a little bit because Tom's out doing radar gun, checking on people, seeing if they're speeding or whatever. Well, there's literally no cars around at all. And you have Sonic who's playing tricks on him. And when he's not paying attention, he's running, and then the radar gun shows 296. And whenever Tom is looking at the radar gun, you have Sonic behind the car kind of looking, and you can see he's kind of mad about that. So he does it again when Tom's not paying attention, and he gets 300, and he's pretty happy after that. Well, Tom ends up finding a little hair, I guess is what we'll call it, from Sonic, and that's kind of where things start to really develop. So we have Sonic, who is going and drops by Tom's place. And, well, before we even get there, so, this internal conflict that Sonic is going through, he, is very alone, and he's playing baseball by himself. And he's having fun, he's enjoying himself, he's the pitcher, he's the hitter, he's the umpire, he's the catcher, he's the third base coach, he's the left field, he's everything. Obviously, because he's able to move, really fast and go everywhere that he wants to go. Well, after he, does this whole, throws the pitch, he hits it, left fielder misses it, he comes all the way home and scores, and he's like, when he stands up, he's looking for a crowd reaction. But he's the only one there because no one can know who he is, and that's where the internal struggle continues. So after we see him frustrated with that, he runs around the bases extremely fast, as was shown in some of the previews. And with his running as fast as he is, he has this kind of energy buildup that sends a blackout all over Green Hills. And just a second here. This blackout comes, and the people of Green Hills and even the U.S. government take a look into it, and they think that it's some kind of terrorist attack. And so, they look into it. They send the military, the army is shown going to the baseball field there, and here comes Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, does his whole thing, being funny Jim Carrey, but also he is tasked with figuring out what has happened, and Sonic goes and pays Tom a visit when Tom doesn't know. He ends up going into the garage of Tom's because Sonic was going to leave, but wasn't safe, so he knew he had to go somewhere else to try and go to this mushroom world where it would just be him and mushrooms. Well, when he's trying to place his ring down to go to that world, Tom finds him because he thinks that raccoons are trying to eat his trash again. So he goes, brings a tranquilizer gun, and he tranquilizes Sonic. And you see Sonic in some pain. He obviously goes to sleep. He wakes up in a cage, and this is where Tom and Sonic are now on a journey, and that they I won't talk about the whole movie here, I'll just kind of skim over it, but basically they go on this journey where they're together trying to get to San Francisco, where his Sonic's rings fell, and we see a friendship begin to build, and it ultimately goes into the end where they defeat Dr. Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik is sent to the mushroom world. All that. I'm not going to deep dive into it too much because, I can make this a super long video, but I don't want to do that to you guys. It's a cliche story because of how things go, but it's a good movie. I think that they do a very good job at building Sonic's story, and we get to see, the friendship between Sonic and Tom build throughout the movie, and, they basically become best friends. And Tom and his girlfriend, wife, whatever they are, at the end of the movie, take Sonic in, and he now lives with them and is basically their child. And I mean, it is a cliche story, but I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good sit down to watch, and I didn't have any issues with it. Even though you did bring in real people, you still got to see all of the story based around Sonic, and you get to see the sides of Dr. Robotnik and how he tries to develop this plan to catch Sonic so that he can become as powerful as he wants to become. And the end credit scenes are really cool. So you get to the end credit scenes. The first one, we get to see Dr. Robotnik on the Mushroom World, and we see that he has completely shaved his head off, or shaved his hair off. So he's completely bald, Jim Carrey bald, with the much bigger mustache that stretches out. And basically he's saying how he's going to become extremely powerful, and he's going to get back to Earth and take care of business. Second in credit scene, we get to see Tails, and it is phenomenal how good Tails looks. Tails looks probably a little bit better than how Sonic looks, and I mean the Sonic is almost perfect, but I think Tails looks even better. It's phenomenal how they did with how Tails looks. And we kind of get that little hints that there's going to be a second film, which I am very excited if there is a second film. And I think it could be called Sonic and Tails, and I think it'd be really cool if we, Sonic, Tails, maybe we get Knuckles, maybe Shadow, in the next film. I think would be really awesome. But if they just go Sonic and Tails, and then maybe they try to do a third movie after, and we get Knuckles and Shadow, then I think that'd be really cool. But to end this video, I'll go ahead and give my rating on this movie, and I think I'd give it a 8.5 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's perfect. I mean, it is, like I've said before, it is cliche, but at the same time, the clichéness is okay because, it still turns out to be a really good movie, and I love the story that they give Sonic. And I loved it overall. I didn't see too many issues at all. Jim Carrey did a phenomenal job, but I'd just give it an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe give a little bit more character development to Tom. I mean, there was enough character development, but maybe just a little bit more for him, and maybe changes my mind and give it like a 9.5 out of 10. But yeah, it looked really good, and I'm very happy with how the movie turned out. And that's about all I got to say about it. It was a good movie. I would definitely recommend going to check it out. And, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for Wednesday yet. That's something I'll have to decide here as I'm making this video. And, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you guys in the next one. Peace.